Oh, hey guys. Sorry about that. I was gathering my brain because I guess you could say it was mind blowing. Sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to another TV show review, and today we're gonna talk about Westworld Season 2. Westworld Season 2 did what every sequel, or I guess in this case, a follow-up season should do, is that it expand on the mythos, expand on the characters, continue to build the world, and as a result we got a great season, a really great season. Evan Rachel Wood is once again fantastic as Dolores. She's not the Dolores that you remember from the first season. She is full-on stone cold killer, and the actress does an amazing job switching back from like a really sweet farm girl to, murderous android, like going back and forth from, two very different characters. It's not easy. From an actor point of view, it's not easy, I'm telling you. One of fans' favorite character from last season, the Man in Black, played brilliantly once again by the great Ed Harris. He is a much more relatable character in this show, and I gotta give the writers a lot of credit for that. But in this season, his character kind of taking the backseat a little bit, He's not the badass like he used to be in the first season, even though he's a much more fleshed out, much more relatable character. I feel like the Man in Black, without giving his name away, just in case some of you might not have seen the first season, he's kind of taken the backseat a little bit. Did not have as much screen time as he did in the first season, so that some of the more interesting character could have that spotlight. For example, Teddy. For example, Hale. For example, Maeve. I love Thandie Newton as Maeve because the writing for her character is very solid. But Thandie Newton, she is such an amazing actress that she elevated that material. The materials that was given to her was already great, but she made it even better. That's just how good of an actress she is. And also one of my favorite characters from Westworld, Bernard. Jeffrey Wright, he is shaping up to be one of the best actor working on TV right now. He's not the type of actor that would, steal a scene or the show stealer. He's not that. His performance is very subtle. It's very, contained. But it's so damn effective. Like, he doesn't have to be all out, all physical, and his voice doesn't have to be out there. It's not that, right? His performance is very controlled, if that's making any sense. Now, Westworld has always been one of those shows where when you watch it, it looks like a movie. It feels like you're watching a Hollywood production. Like, these people, they must spend a crazy amount of money on this show. Like, from the production design, the costume, visual effects, just everything technically about this show is just screaming Hollywood. It is so impressive. It is damn near perfect. From a technical point of view, this show is perfect. It is perfect technically, but the way they decided to tell the story in the second season definitely felt a bit more like a TV show. From a narrative point of view, in the first season, it's like you're watching a 10 hours movie. But in season 2, it felt more like a TV show because every episode is kind of wrapped up nicely and you have a little twist at the end that make the audience excited for the next episode, but not because they want to get more of that quality. It's not like you watch the first episode and you're like, oh my god, this episode is so good, I want to see more of that. Even though it is still the case, but with this second season, they definitely took a page out of, the CW or the Netflix shows where at the end of one episode, you would raise a question and you would have to watch the next episode to get the answers. And that for me is the biggest difference between season 1 and season 2. Westworld is the type of show that jump around a lot. It doesn't really have a main protagonist. I guess you could argue that Dolores is the main character, but not really. So you jump from Dolores, jump to the Man in Black, jump to Jeffrey Wright as Bernard. You jump all over the place, right? But there's this one episode, episode 8, where they focus on one character for the entire runtime. They focus on one character, and it's not like a character that you know. This is a new character. They introduce a new character, and you spend the entire episode, learning about this character and where it's come from. So I feel like that is a very interesting episode. It is actually one of my favorite, if not my favorite, episodes of Westworld. But I could see why a lot of people could, be turned off by that episode because it did not feel like a Westworld episode at all. For me personally, that episode was a really nice change of pace, and I really love that episode so much because of the great acting and the directing. Everything about that episode was superb. And we all know the Nolans. They love the non-linear narrative. It is a puzzle, and it asks the audience to find the pieces themselves, and trying to piece it back together by themselves. It doesn't spoon feed you any information, which is great. But some people might draw the line. Like sometime when you watch something so smart, so incredibly well done, it's kind of make you feel stupid. Like I feel stupid watching Westworld, but for me, I love that. I love being schooled by better filmmakers and better artists. But some people, they might not like that. So Westworld for me is not for everybody. And trust me, if you think season 1 was confusing, just wait until to see what they have in store for you in season 2. Like I'm thinking about the season 2 right now. I just finished it, right? And there's so many things that still don't make sense. But for some weird reasons, I love it. I love it so much. Ramin Djawadi, he's the musical composer of Westworld, and he outdid himself with the musical score of this season. It is incredible. Like this is some of the best music, some of the best score soundtracks that I've ever heard in my entire life. Like the music, like it made its presence felt, but not in a distracting type of way, but the music really helped drive the narrative forward. It really helped elevate the materials. And one more reason why I love Westworld so much is the incredible attention to details. Like when they visit like different corners of Westworld, like you learn early on in the season that Westworld is not just Westworld. It's not just the Wild Wild West. There's this place that is like an Indian theme park, and when you go there, the music is still the Westworld theme, right? But it played with like Indian instrument, and it has some like Indian's flair to it. And then you would spend some time on Shogun World, which is like a Japanese theme park, and it would still be that same Westworld themes, but play with Japanese instrument. It is incredible, like I'm telling you. And the fact that they don't speak English, like it could be so easy for these people to be like, oh, you guys are in Japan, but just speak English. No, they speak Japanese, like legit Japanese with subtitle. And let's talk about Shogun World for a second. They spent like 3 or 4 episodes on Shogun World, and I love every second of it. I love every second that we spent on Shogun World. The only thing that I would complain about is that they decided to call it Shogun World, not Samurai World. Samurai World would have been a lot cooler, but Shogun World is fine, right? Just the name. Everything about that world, from the production design, like the way the houses look, and the costume is amazing, and some of the best action set pieces took place in Shogun World. Westworld Season 2 is a fantastic follow-up to a really successful Season 1. Even though it's not quite as good and quite as original as Season 1, it's still an amazing piece of art. I can't stretch how much I love this season of Westworld, and if you guys, for some reason, are not on the Westworld train as yet, I urge you, please do it ASAP. Do it ASAP. Do yourself a favor and jump on the Westworld train ASAP. Westworld Season 2 gets a 9 out of 10. I know everyone is worried that Game of Thrones is coming to an end, but listen, if they could keep, producing shows like Westworld, HBO got nothing to worry about. Hey guys, thank you for checking out the review. If you have the chance to see Westworld Season 2, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I won't be able to see Ant-Man and the Wasp till, I want to say Tuesday, so I'm not gonna have my review dropped this weekend. So yeah, just a heads up. If you enjoyed my review, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more reviews like this. With that being said, I'll see you soon.